Assalamu alaikum. Today's discussion is about the circuit of resistor with parallel load. So as we can see, there are four D-type flip-flops and we have four input data in the form of bits. There is a clock and these three gates make a multiplexer. So let's start the simulation. As we can see that the load is active from this blue line. So the load is active, D naught is 1, D1 is 0, D2 is 0. As D naught is 1, it is written 1 here. In the next beat, D2 is 1, it is written 1 at the output. D3 is 1, it is written 1 at the output. So we can see from there D naught is 1 and load is also 1. So this AND operation is 1 and 1 and 0 there is OR operation is 1. It shows 1 output. When D1 is 0 and the load is 1, AND operation is 0 and upper AND operation is also 0, 0 and 0 is 0, it shows output 0. When D2 is 1, the load operation is 1, it is 1. 1 and 0 is 1. Same here, 1 and 0, OR operation is 1, it shows output 1. As the load is active now, deactive it. It shows the same output because by deactive the load, D1 is 1 and the D naught is 0. So this is 0 and the load is 1 and there is the naught operation. It becomes 1 here. 1 and so 1 and 0, as we can see from this blue line, there is 1 going to this OR operation and is 0. So there is 1. In D1, the input is 0 and the load is also 0. So it is 0. The one input of this AND gate is 1. From there, it is activate and there is 0 and 1 is 0 and 0. Both are off. 0 and 0 is 0. In D2, there is 1 and there is 2, so there is 0, so it shows the output 1. Similarly here. Now this is the next circuit. In this circuit we have done some modifications as we make the output of D naught the input of D1. Similarly, the output of D1 becomes the input of pair D2 and the output of D3 becomes the input of the output of D2 becomes the input of D3. So let's start the simulation. And also in this circuit we have one input bit instead of four like in the previous circuit. So the load is active and D1 is 1. Now all of the outputs become 1. First this output become 1. In the second iteration the D1 becomes 1. And in third pulse the D2 becomes 1 and similarly D3 becomes 1. As we can see, D1 is 1 and the load is 1. This AND operation is 1 and this is 0, OR is 1, there is output 1. Now this output becomes the input of D1. So this AND operation is 1 and this is 0, the output is 1. The output of D1 becomes the input of here D2. This AND operation is 1 and this is 0, the output is 1. The output of D2 becomes the input of D3. The D3 is the AND operation is 1 and 0, it shows the output 1. Now if we becomes 0, D2, D0, all of the outputs becomes 0, one by one. Because D note is 0 and the load is 1. The AND operation is 0, the upper AND operation is also 0, so it shows the output 0. This output 0 becomes the input of D1, so there 0, 1, 0, and this is also 0, the output is 0. This becomes the input of D2, this is 0, this is also 0, the output is 0. It becomes the input of D3, 0 and 0, the output is 0. So this is the simulation of register with parallel circuit. Thanks for your time. Allah Hafiz.